Hey everybody, Greg here, coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we're going to go over one of my lemon trees that I haven't talked about before. We're going to designate this as Lemon D. These guys have not been growing as well as my other lemon trees. I'm not exactly sure why. They've all kind of had the same environment. They grew in the same area, and they're growing in the same area outside now with the same light, same water schedule. So this is the kind of interesting part here, is that you can just see how different lemon trees are. So if you go back and you look at my A, B, and C trees, you can see they're quite big, quite strong. They're about, about yay high. They're already about double the size of this. This guy is probably about 6 to 8 inches tall. But it has done a little different in growing. The leaves have come off a little bit. And we do have, like I said, some browning, just growing differently. The leaves have not been all 100% there, but it is still growing. There is still, and I will zoom in here just so you guys can kind of see this, hopefully. If the camera wants that. We do have, there we go. We have some growth here that's still happening up on the top levels, and right here we have some growth happening as well, and with that there. So it's not completely, even down here in these lower branches and down here, and even this little, I would hate to say, but it's like a sucker branch coming out of the base. So we do have that happening here. So this is kind of an interesting take, and I wanted to just document this on my channel just so you guys could see the difference that I'm seeing for my lemon trees as well. So in here, even this is where some leaves fell off. You can kind of just see that. I've been noticing that they've been falling off. They kind of have like this little, let me see if I can, they have like the leaf and then this sub-leaf area here. So it's been kind of falling off of that, and then that's just kind of been there, and then that falls off afterwards. So I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'm gonna have to research that and get back to you guys just so you guys can kind of see what it is. But yeah, these guys have been having a little bit harder time than my A, B, and C trees. So I want to kind of figure out why, but it could just be that's how it is, and it's got to go through its growing pains. But it still is growing. It's still producing more. The one thing I'm noticing on this tree is that there are no thorns yet. So that's kind of interesting. The trunk is pretty strong. I'm seeing that. No problems there. Do see a little bit of weirdness there. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but it is strong. It's lively. It's green. So I'm not worried about this guy. It's gonna come. It's gonna grow, and I'm interested to see how it will grow as time goes on. It's not ready for a repot yet, so I'm probably going to be putting this in the tent once fall comes, and I won't be changing it out. Although I am noticing, and I think we can see here, I do have a little bit of roots coming out of the bottom. So I may have to do a little bit of work with this before I take it in. I'm going to be looking into that. I should be able to trim those roots and not have any kind of repercussions from that. So this is Lemon Tree D. That's what we're going to designate this guy. And I'm looking forward to see how this develops as the months come on, now that it is showing its colors to me. So let me know what you think down below. Leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see anything different, any kind of different fruits or different kind of trees. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, the like button as well, and that little bell once you hit the subscribe button, just so that you get the notifications. I do try and post at least 3 times a week on my channel. with some shorts intermixed in there just to liven it up and do a little different things like moments of zen and things like that. So till next time, this is Greg signing off, and one last look in this guy just to kind of give you guys an idea. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, this is Greg coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we're going to be doing an update video of Lemon Tree D. This guy has actually been inside for, I'd say, about a week now. The temperatures outside were getting a little cold, so I said I am putting these guys in my grow tent. I will probably be having a community post, a little picture update, and maybe a little tour of my tent here in a week or so. But for now, we're just going to go through. I think I made an intro post of this guy last month, so I just wanted to kind of do a quick update video of what this guy looks like now after a month of growth. And I went back and looked at my old video, and up here I think we have about an inch and a half of extra growth here. This big leaf was one of the last leaves on here, and I think, looking up, this guy, one of these leaves here were actually growing at the time. So this is all new growth here. We've got a bunch of new growth in the back. Nice looking newer leaves. I actually have a little bit of, let me see if I can get in here, new growth popping up in the middle here even. And even the guy, we'll just move down to the bottom here. Even this little sucker has grown about twice as tall as what it was beforehand. You can see down here the root from the soil. I might end up covering that up a little bit now that I see that. But yeah, this guy was about yay tall. So it's already growing a little bit more. And again, with this canopy up here, not a whole lot of light gets down here normally. In the grow tent, we're gonna see if that changes since light reflects off of all the walls. But you know, there's the root coming out of the ground and this nice trunk coming up. You can see the woodiness starting to show a little bit more here after a month, and I still have that weird, I'm not really sure what caused this look. It could just be bark trying to start to form. But above that, everything above that is pretty much green. We have some growth here coming up out of here, so that'll be nice to see. That might end up becoming like a sacrificial branch eventually, especially since we have a nice V already forming here. But not a lot coming up out of this guy yet on this side of the V. We do have a little bit of growth, but we'll see again how this forms in the grow tent over the winter months. But the canopy's starting to form. It is getting, like I said, a little bit bigger. So that's really nice to see that this guy is not being stunted inside this pot. If you know my A, B, and C lemon trees, they actually are in, actually, yeah, this kind of pot here, this number 2 pot, so like 1.5 gallons. So if you look at the size difference, you can kind of tell that it has a little bit more room to grow. But again, the lemons that I put in those pots were a little bit bigger to begin with at this stage. So it's kind of interesting to see that these guys are finally starting to, you know, grow a little bit. A lot of leaves, and I think last time I said that there weren't really any thorns growing, but we got some thorns finally starting to show themselves here. Even though they're really small, they're gonna start growing here very quickly. Nothing down below too much, but we do have a few just kind of showing themselves up near the top. So that's a good sign. That means that we're growing and we're prospering here. Got one right there. I think that's the one I just showed. That's the one that I saw pretty well. A little bit of browning on these leaves. I can't remember if these were already there from outside or if this is just me changing them inside. So we may see some leaf drop happen just because we changed environments. Now we're in a more controlled environment. Inside the tent, it's going to be a little bit warmer. I don't have the heat on really in my house yet. There's another thorn right there. Let's see if I can get in on that. Yeah, right there. So I don't have the heat on yet, but the tent itself is keeping itself very warm with the grow lights that I have in there. And eventually, like I said, I will show you guys what I have these lemon trees in there. I do have the pomegranates in there as well, just because it's getting a little colder outside, and I think eventually I'll put them out in the tent or out in the shed. But for now, I just wanted them to grow a little bit longer before they had a little bit of hibernation time. These guys will also probably end up getting fertilized here very soon so they can grow a little bit more. But I just wanted to kind of give them a nice little easy transition inside, and they have been thriving, like, you know, as you're seeing here. Now, some of this growth is from outside as well, but since they have the comfort of temperatures not making too big of a swing inside, they're able to grow a little bit better, and the humidity is a little bit more controlled as well. But this is Lemon Tree D. As I said, I've been documenting these on my channel, and lemons seem to get the most attention on my channel as well. So that's always nice to see. If you're growing lemons or just here to visit, make sure to say hi down in the comments below. Love to see what you guys think of these guys as I'm growing them. I do have put these in playlists, so just make sure to go back and look at the original videos just to kind of see how they grow and progress. Eventually I'll probably make like a compilation video of these guys, but you know, after year 1 or something like that. I do have some old footage of these guys when they were just sprouts as well, if you guys are interested in seeing that. But this is Lemon Tree D. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to leave a comment, concern, anything down below. I always love hearing from you guys and seeing what you're interested in. I might even try some orange trees here. Now that winter's coming, I can start growing them inside. And if you do like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button. A little bell next to it. Just so you can see as new videos come out. I think I'm around, I want to say close to 140 subscribers now, which is great. So it's great to see you guys out there and wanting to see this footage. So this is Greg, and like I said, this is Lemon Tree D, our October update on it. Until then, guys, see you next time. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, this is Greg coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we're going to be showcasing Lemon Tree D, as showcased with the D down there, so that I know which one I'm talking about now, because I've got so many of them, and sometimes it's just hard, especially when you start trimming trees. It gets kind of hard to document this, so I'm just trying to make it easier for myself and for you guys to make sure I get the right lemon tree out there for you guys to watch and for me to document correctly so I can go back and see what I did wrong, possibly, with my trees. So like I said, this is Lemon Tree D, and you can kind of see it's a little different than last time. I think the last video I did was in the middle of October, so we're almost 2 months out. And this has been in the grow tent for that time, I believe. So some things have changed. I have put a little bit more soil down here, and I think I've done some trimming on this in between, and I think I did a live video for you guys, so go back and check my channel for that. And I think I did do a live video of me trimming, because I think I had a sucker down here that I trimmed off, and I did some trimming of just some dead areas on my trees. But this guy, you can kind of see, has changed a little bit. Instead of, let me see if I can find one here. Instead of this darker green on all these leaves, they're kind of yellow. And I think this is probably my bad. Inside the tent, these guys are in an area that is not as accessible, and I've been trying to change that, especially since I've started to see these leaves getting yellow like this, that I think it's just being underwatered. So I am going to actively work on making sure that these get watered as much as I can, as as often as they need it. How about that? Once this guy is dry, which I did just water this before the video. And the other key difference here that you're gonna see is this trunk is actually starting to turn woody. It's starting to turn away from the green. It's starting to get a little thicker, which is awesome to see. Okay, and it is still pretty full. Leaves have not been dropping. Of course, I say that, and since these guys are drying out, they probably will start to fall a little bit. But I'm hoping that, a little bit more comes in and we start seeing this thing coming back to its natural beauty that it is. Now, this guy is small. I've kept him in this pot, and I think in my last video I said I was going to keep these guys in these smaller pots during the winter, and I'm going to hold to that and maybe up pot them at the end when the spring starts to come, just in a little bit deeper of pots, because I have noticed that the roots are starting to come out, the holes in the bottom of these. So it will definitely need some TLC here at the end of the season. And I do have, I'm gonna see if I can, like about maybe this high off, I have my grow lights. And that may also be a problem because it is drying these guys out a little bit more. I do have some pomegranates next to it, and they're green, so I'm not exactly 100% sure on what's going on here. But like I said, I think it's just hydration, and I think it's just the leaves are not getting enough water. So I'm gonna have to stay on top of that a little bit more, and hopefully these guys come back into their greeny goodness that they're supposed to have. And if not, I'm hoping that some leaves grow back. But regardless, this is what we got here. So we do have, like I said, we have this nice woodiness coming in, and you can kind of see right here where I chopped that. Let me see if I can, there we go. Where I chopped that guy off, and I did put a little bit more soil on here because that knob for the root was showing, and I didn't really want that there anymore. So I wanted to give this guy a little bit more nutrients, some newer nutrients, and it was starting to separate away from the side of the pot, and I just wanted to make it look a little nicer, and so I put a little bit more citrus soil in it. We go up, and like I said, this is really thick, okay? It's got a really nice canopy to it, and it looks like I've got a bug there, which I'm gonna have to take care of, but not too bad. It looks like I'm probably gonna end up doing some trimming here, and I can do that with you while I'm holding this right now. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. He's been on my mind for a while, so I'm gonna trim him out. And there's also a dead branch here, which, not a dead branch, but there's just nothing growing on it. So I'm gonna take care of that too while I'm at it, just so that it cleans this up a little bit, okay? Nothing too crazy. I was thinking about trimming something else off here, but I think I'm gonna give it a little while yet, even though this top canopy is blocking out a lot of the sun. It still seems to be doing all right, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. You'll notice here I'm kind of in my guerrilla style of video shooting. I don't have my gimbal on me right now. It's actually right here. I use an Osmo, and it works pretty well. But when I want to get really close like this and it's kind of a little bit more difficult just to me to have a little bit more control. So I'm still getting used to it and still using it. If anybody else has it, please let me know. I do really enjoy it. I like it for standing still and doing a little bit of cutting and trimming and hacking and stuff like that to my trees. But when you get up close like this, it's just so much better to kind of just be able to have that little bit more control just with your hand. I am looking for a different handheld to do this with, though, just to make it a little easier. But this is, like I said, this is Lemon Tree D. The only thing that's really changed here, it's grown a little bit. It has a couple more leaves on the top, and the canopy is full. But like I said, the yellowing, that's a problem for me, and I'm trying to solve that, and I'm really hoping this guy survives the winter for me and for you guys. I want to try and make sure and keep this compact and keep going from there. I might end up getting rid of this guy altogether, but I'm just slowly making it sacrificial because this is pretty much the leader going up. But it is helping to thicken this guy as much as possible. And then I'll start to try and make some decisions here. I actually thought about trimming a little bit of this canopy as well, just around here, just to get rid of that and to compact it a little bit, because that guy is a little out of place up here. So if I'd get rid of him, okay, it would kind of bring it back down. But you know what? I think I might actually do that while I'm talking to you guys here. So we're just going to go in right above this big leaf here. Okay, so I'll trim right here, hopefully. There we go. Like I said, that brings that in a little bit more, which is perfect. And brings a little bit more energy down into the tree. A little bit less it needs to be hydrated. Okay. So this is Lemon Tree D. If you did like what you saw, if you like what I'm doing here, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know down below. I love talking and chatting with my viewers. I think I've got a little bit of a community going on here now, which is awesome to hear and to see. Just to see what you guys are doing and for you guys to say, Greg, you're doing it all wrong. But you know what, guys, it's too late. I already did it. But I love doing these experiments. And these lemon trees, they really cost me nothing. You know, my wife had lemons and she wanted to put it in her water, and I just took the seeds from it. That's really all this is. So I think it's great. And if you really did like it, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way. You know, when new videos come out, make sure to hit that bell button as well next to the subscribe button, and you'll get notifications of when I post new videos. So if you like it, just make sure to hit that like button like I said before. This is Greg. This is Lemon Tree D, as you can see. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.